हेलो
Towards your right.
हेलो सर दिस
Hello, sir.
रवि सर आता हूं मैं आपके पास. आई विल क्विकली कम टू यू.
सर मुझे हिंदुस्तानी वन मतलब हिंदुस्तानी आज भी पूरी तरह से याद है. जब पहली फिल्म रिलीज हुई थी, काफ़ी सक्सेस हुई थी. उस वक्त इंटरनेट और सोशल मीडिया नहीं था. तो आज ये दोनों है. तो इसका असर आपकी फिल्म में कितना देखने को मिलेगा?
बहुत है, आप ट्रेलर में भी देखे होंगे. Lot of it is there. As a matter of fact, he personifies that internet era in the film, and a few more actors, able actors with him. They play an important part in the expose of not only corruption but of Hindustani, the hero itself.
Hello, Kamal sir. This is Ravi Jain from ABP News. Towards your right, sir. कमल सर, ये फिल्म 28 साल पहले आई थी. हम 70s 80s की मूवीज़ में भी देखते थे कि देखे है, मैंने ऐसे कुछ मूवीज़ टीवी पर देखे तभी ब्लैक एंड वाइट. तब भी करप्शन की बात होती थी, सिस्टम को चेंज करने की बात की जाती थी. 28 साल पहले आपकी मूवी हिंदुस्तानी भी यही बात कर रही थी और 28 साल बाद भी ज़्यादा चीज़ें बदली नहीं है. आपको क्या लगता है कि वाई डोंट द थिंग्स चेंज एंड वो बदलाव कब आएगा?
So, क्या मैं नफरत करूं या शुक्रिया अदा? What have we done? It is us. And the politicians are none other than one of the populace. We are all responsible for the corruption and we must all change our mind. And the best time to change our mind is during elections. These are just reminders of how corrupt we have become. You told me about black and white era. Nothing has changed thanks to corruption. Everything will change thanks to the collective conscience. Thank you.
Okay.
सर एक छोटा सा सवाल और कि आपने पिछले 50-60 सालों में हर तरह के किरदार निभाए हैं. पुष्पक की बात हो तो उसमें आपने एक साइलेंट किरदार निभाया था. नायकन की बात हो मणिरत्नम की फिल्म, अप्पू राजा की बात हो, उस तरह के किरदार कभी किसी ने निभाए नहीं. आप सब कुछ कर चुके हैं. मैं जानना चाहूँगा कि इन टर्म्स ऑफ सिनेमैटिक अचीवमेंट और ऐसी क्या चीज़ आप करना चाहेंगे, क्योंकि आज की तारीख में भी आप उतने ही इन्वॉल्व हैं सिनेमा मेकिंग में.
After so many years in the cinema, allowing me to do another film itself is a great thing. Thank you. Thank you all. So I think every time I surprise myself, I live a dream. So dream में कभी उड़ते हैं, कभी मरते हैं, कभी we become something else. I've become all that thanks to you, and I'm continuing to do that. The next opportunity I get to perform before you is a miracle for me.
Kamal sir here. Kamal sir and Shankar sir.
Okay, just a sec. Piyush sir wants to say something.
When I was shooting with this film with you on the sets, I asked you a question. Still the same question arrives. How did you write Thavar Magan? That is the best adaptation of Godfather in any language of the world.
Partly by pen, partly by experience. I come from that kind of place that I belong to a small village called Paramakudi. So that taught me a lot. And my gurus like Mr. K. Balachandar and other great writers in not only Tamil Nadu but in North. I'm a great fan of Mr. K. Asif. And they taught me how to hold this uncontrollable horse called cinema and yet have a good ride.
जिनको सवाल सुनाई नहीं दिया होगा, पीयूष सर said, how did you write तेवर मगन? For those of you who don't know this film, please Google कीजिएगा THEVARMAGAN तेवर मगन. It is one of the greatest films ever made in this country, and पीयूष मिश्रा साहब के बोल अगर मैं चुरा लूँ तो it's the best adaptation of Godfather in any language, and that is written by Kamal sir, and he's also the lead actor in the film. So please, I would really request you to watch that film also. But you've seen Virasat, right? Virasat का original तेवर मगन है, उसकी बात चल रही है.
So I wanted to do it only with Yusuf Saab. When he said, I'm not going to do any more films, then I sold the rights to somebody because I couldn't think of anybody else. Because while I knew I was doing it with the greatest actor I knew when I was born in Tamil Nadu, Shivaji Saab. And through him, he translated Yusuf Saab for me. I could understand that acting transcends language. And so that was a dream that didn't come through, but somebody else made it and made it very well. It became a success. So that to explain my film, he just has to say Virasat. I thank those filmmakers. He's also a friend of mine for doing that so well that people will remember the address of my film through that film.
Kamal
And
sir,
sir, how I wrote the film is I was thinking of Shivaji Saab. I was thinking of my native place. I was thinking of myself. And things just happened. I wrote it in 7 days.
Kamal sir and Shankar sir on your left. Kamal sir and Shankar sir on your left. Yeah, Simran Singh. Yeah, sir. Yeah. Hello sir. Kamal sir. Yeah. नमस्कार सर, नमस्कार. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर इंस्पायरिंग अस. थैंक यू सो मच. मतलब जो पैन इंडिया वर्ड है आपने और रजनी सर ने बहुत पहले इस्टेब्लिश कर लिया था, तो थैंक यू सो मच फॉर बीइंग देयर एंड इंस्पायरिंग अस फॉर एवर. सो मेरा दो सवाल है. पहला एक छोटा सवाल ये है कि जैसे हम अगर इंडियन की बात करें, सो व्हाट विल बी द एज ऑफ सेनापति? बिकॉज आई रिमेंबर कृष्ण स्वामी जब इंडियन में देयर इज अ सीन वेयर ही लुक्स इनटू द बायोडेटा ऑफ सेनापति. सो हिज बर्थ ईयर वाज 1918. तो अगर उस हिसाब से बात करें, सो ही इज 106 इयर्स ओल्ड. सो आप इसमें पहले तो क्लैरिटी दीजिए. ये
I'd
पहला
like to
सवाल.
be 140, but I don't know. That age has to be determined by him. I'd like to act even when I'm 120.
शंकर सर, would you like to add something to this on the clarity, मतलब जो continuation होती है?
See, there is a martial arts a master in China. His name is Lucy Jian. At the age of 120, is performing the martial arts, is flying, is kicking and all like. So this Senapati character is also a master. It's a master in martial arts, ancient martial arts called Varma art. So this master will have a discipline in food, in habits like yoga, meditation, and only one time food and all, no, they take. So if you are a master in your craft and the discipline in your behavior, no, the age doesn't matter. They can perform any kind of stunts.
Wow. Okay.
For your question, I have seen Goje Yamaguchi, the 6th Dan of Budokai in Chennai when he was 89. So it's possible, but that's the only example I could think of.
जी जी जी. So
I don't know the Chinese gentleman.
जी, I have another question for you, both of you. इसकी जर्नी से, इस फिल्म की जर्नी जो रही है काफ़ी, मतलब it's been a difficult journey as well. मतलब एक तो 28 साल बाद आ रहा है, but you started pre-COVID, then there was COVID, and there was 2 waves of COVID. कुछ एक incident भी हुआ था आपके यहाँ पे. So ये सब हटा के then this film is coming. So how do you look upon to the journey? It's been quite a tough journey and inspiring on the same level.
I think we all will have to share the answer because when somebody was asking about the budget was not just decided by the director and the script. COVID decided our budget. Some of the accidents delayed and increased the budget. The tenacity of purpose of both the director and the producer has to be applauded even before the film becomes a hit. That I owe to them. So this is that applause for them. Because it's very easy to let go. Haath dukh raha hai, so let me leave this and go to another work. They didn't do that. Because all of us were working, we had other films to do. And even he had other films. But not to let go of this child, not to orphan this child was a decision taken by Laika Productions and Mr. Shankar.
Shankar sir, hi, this is Shama Bhagat from Bardhaman. I want to ask you, we all know that Kamal Haasan ji is a very fantastic actor, But since you're doing the film after so many years, what changes do you see in him as an actor now?
See, experience. And the main thing is updated acting. That is very important. Like once the actors become senior, like keep on doing the roles and all that, they may become repetitive, and after a period of time, it may get bored for the audience to see their performance. Okay, so I'm seeing Kamal sir today. No, all his performance very updated. So that is a special thing I have seen in his performance.
But I'll have to say something different about Mr. Shankar. The Shankar that should be today, with all the experience, I have seen in the first film. He was very confident. As a matter of fact, I was not too willing to do the movie because I had another story very similar. I said, actors have this problem. I want to do this movie, not this one, and all that. I had that problem also. I wanted to do it again with Shivaji Saab. But he never budged. Then I raised my money. The producer didn't move. He kept, because the director has said, if I make the film, I'll make it only with this gentleman. And he was confident like a very savvy, seasoned director. That I was surprised about. The same cool, calm, start and cut I hear even today. That's astounding.
Kamal sir, how do you define pan-India film?
Oh,
How do you define a pan-India film?
you define it.
How
We
the
just
audience
make it.
defines it.
When all of India appreciates a film, it becomes pan-India film.
But is
We
this-
just make films. Satyajit Ray Saab didn't make pan-India films. He made Bengali films. We made it international. The world made it international. So also that what do I know about Mughal Azam? What do I know about Sham Benegal Saab Ankur? I understood it. We made it pan-Indian film. I made it pan-Indian film. As a fan, we all went and saw it, our jaw dropped, and we adopted that film. It became a pan-Indian film. You are the magic to make a film pan-Indian. India is the magic.
Sir,
Hi.
to your left. Sir,
Can I ask?
here, to your left. Kamal sir, to your left.
Who's asking? Should I ask or?
Here.
Ask, sir.
Where? Who?
Here.
Somebody is dubbing for you. 1 minute.
Okay, I'll wait.
That's gonna be a bad dubbing. Sir, so you have been the encyclopedia. So here, like Atli sir said, you have been the encyclopedia of cinema. Be it any cinema in Indian, okay? But when it comes to the Hindi cinema, you have given so many movies, and today it's like the 32 years completion of SRK, and you have directed him, a superstar, and you have directed him. And I want to know how was the experience there, and what is the difference that you see in him
No, I
now?
couldn't hear the question. Could you hear it?
He says remembers you directing a superstar like SRK, and he wants to know.
Hiram.
Yeah, he's made the interview about SRK. This is a question about SRK. So he says he wants to know the difference you see in him since the day you directed until now, because it's 32 years of.
Let me talk
Shah.
on behalf of Mr. SRK, because I'm sure that he will allow me to do that. When we work together, we are all just people. I don't see a superstar. He doesn't see a super director. Doesn't see. We are friends. As a matter of fact, Shah Rukh Saab made that film for free. And what more do you need? That cannot be done by a superstar. That it can be done only by a fan, a connoisseur of art, and a good actor.
All right.
I'm ever thankful for him. So we don't see all that. Later on, you give us those titles, and we very shyly accept it. Thank you.
All right.
Hi,
so my
Mayur
second
here.
question-
Sir, to your left, please, Kamal sir.
Sir,
Ji.
my second question to Siddharth. Here. The same. You said that you learned so much from Kamal sir, but there is something that kind of intrigues me. Is like, what is one thing that you would like to take from him? Like as an actor.
No, I'd like to answer this with respect to both of my teachers क्योंकि शंकर सर जिनको सबको पता है लेकिन every film he does is at a scale जो मामूली लोगों के बस की बात नहीं होती उतना सोचना समझ रहे हो आप हिंदी सिनेमा हैज सीन सम इनक्रेडिबल मास्टर्स ऑफ grandeur and craft like K. Asif Saab and all the way up to Sanjay Leela Bhansali sir who do spectacle where every frame यार एक frame create करने के लिए एक दिन लगता है so Shankar sir has been doing that since his first film and every film of Shankar sir's is what like he describes it's an impossible dream and it's him and the people who believe in him that take it up a mountain and they become forever. So Shankar sir today also directs, imagines, eats and sleeps and dreams cinema the same way. Like I've worked with him for 21 years. I've seen him 21 years apart and Shankar sir is still the weaver of impossible dreams. I call him the merchant of dreams of Indian cinema because he thinks and dreams in ways that will give all of us sleepless nights because it's so expansive. And we were shooting Dada Arare song and every day the setups he would make me feel like I was in a dream dancing in that song because to set up every shot it takes 1,200 people and I have to dance in the middle of it. And I asked him, how do you do this every day? And he was shooting another film parallelly. Huh? And he doesn't know, I always keep spying on him and seeing what he's doing on all his sets. He was shooting with 2,000 people in another state for another film one day before. And then he's come here at 4:30 in the morning and he's setting up 1,500 people in a shot. And he says, I only know how to make films like this. And I believe him because that's the dreams that he works with. So Shankar sir is the same. He always dreams the impossible dream. और रही कमल सर की बात, what I took away from him, कमल सर को मैंने 20 साल से मैं जो भी इंटरव्यू में कोई भी अकलमंदी की बात करूँ ना, वो आप अगर थोड़ा गूगल करोगे तो मेरे से पहले उन्होंने बोला होगा. तो मैं बस चेप रहा हूँ उसको, ठीक है ना. तो मैं बहुत वो कॉपी पेस्ट कर रहा था. तो उस टाइम मैंने कहा था मुझे स्टार नहीं बनना, मुझे एक्टर बनना है. तो उन्होंने कहा ऐसा क्यों? तो मैंने कहा बस मुझे ऐसे लगता है. तो ये मैं 20 साल पहले के इंटरव्यू की बात कर रहा हूँ. तो मुझे कमल सर ने सिखाया था कि सबसे पहले मेरा काम है एक एक्टर बनना, ना कि एक स्टार बनना या एक हीरो कहलाना. क्योंकि एक्टर का काम वो होता है जो लेखक उसके लिए लिखता है और डायरेक्टर उससे कराता है. और अगर वो लोग चाहें तो ये तालियां बजेंगी, लेकिन मैं तालियों के लिए भीख नहीं मांगता और पहले 5 मिनट में उसको एक्सपेक्ट भी नहीं करता. तो ये मैंने कमल सर से सीखा है. और सेट पे जो काम चलता था, मैं कमल हासन के सामने खड़ा हूँ और मेरी डायलॉग 1 पेज के डायलॉग दिए गए मुझे. मैं बोल रहा हूँ सर 1 सेकंड. मैं सीधा गया डायरेक्टर के पास. सर मेरे सामने कमल हासन एक्ट कर रहा है सर. मैं बोल रहा हूँ उसके, तू सोच मेरे पे क्या बीत रही होगी, तू चल जाके एक्ट कर वहाँ पे. सो इट वाज सो एक्साइटिंग फॉर अस टू सी हिम behave like a child. He works like a first timer in every shot. And he does. सब लोग सोचते हैं ना कमल हासन सेट पे है तो वही सब कुछ करते होंगे, वही सब कुछ, प्रोड्यूसर भी वही है, डायरेक्टर भी वही है, वही गाना गा देंगे, वही नाच देंगे, वही सब कुछ कर देंगे. वैसे उनमें काबिलियत है, वो कर सकते हैं. लेकिन वो क्या करते हैं, वो ऐसे बस जाके डायरेक्टर के सामने पूरा उनका बॉडी लैंग्वेज थोड़ा सबमिशन का होता है, बोलिए और वो सुनते हैं ऐसे और पूरा सुन के ठीक है, इतना ही होता है उनका. और बाकी सब इंटरनल है और वो अपने आप को याद दिलाते रहते हैं कि वो उतने पहुंचे हुए आदमी नहीं है. वो बहुत मॉडेस्टी और ह्यूमिलिटी दिखाते हैं. तो दैट्स व्हाट आई टेक फ्रॉम हिम कि आपको जितना भी मालूम हो, जब आप काम पूरी मतलब आप वो क्या बोलते हैं प्योरिटी के साथ करते हैं ना, आपको ये पहले महसूस होना है कि मुझे कुछ नहीं पता और मैं आज सीखूंगा. तो वो आज भी रोज सीखते हैं. और वो मेरे को रात के 11 बजे फ़ोन करके बोलेंगे तुमने ये बुक पढ़ी है. मैंने कहा मैं तो सो रहा था. ये बुक पढ़ो. ठीक है सर मैं पढ़ता हूँ. अभी पढ़ते रहते हैं, फिल्में देखते रहते हैं. ही इज़ अ यूनिवर्सिटी, ही इज़ अ वॉकिंग टॉकिंग यूनिवर्सिटी. सो दैट्स व्हाट आई लर्न फ्रॉम हिम, दैट एवरी डे बी अ स्टूडेंट. दैट्स व्हाई ही स्टिल सेज मैं कैसे गुरु कहला सकता हूँ. वो अभी भी अपने आप को विद्यार्थी समझते हैं वो, ठीक है ना. सो दैट इज कमल सर एंड दैट्स व्हाट आई हैव लर्नड फ्रॉम हिम.
Hi. To your left, sir, I have one question for Mr. I just have one light question, one for Kamal sir and one for Siddharth. And when I talk about Hindustani and it's a cult film, and my most cherished memory is this song Telephone Dhun Mein. But cinema can have a profound effect on someone. And for the 28 years, I've been trying to figure out how does Telephone Dhun Mein Hasne Wali ya Hasne Wala, how would if someone try to enact that in the real life, how would that telephone धुन वाली laughter
सर
sound?
मुझे लगा ये कहानी कहाँ खत्म होगी, मैं बताऊँ आपको, मैंने सोचा आपको एक लड़की मिली जो टेलीफोन धुन में हंसती है और आप दोनों शादी करके अभी बहुत खुश हैं, मुझे लगा ये कहानी वहाँ जाके खत्म होगी, लेकिन वो पूछ रहे हैं कि ये होता कैसे है सर, हाउ डज दैट गर्ल लाफ लाइक अ टेलीफोन मेलोडी सर, you only created this, that's what he wants to know.
I like Kamal sir first if he can.
No, actually, the person to be blamed is Mr. Vairamuthu, who created that line. And since Hindustani was dubbed in Hindi, they just picked up that line. It's very complicated line. What the original poet was trying to say is that when you laugh, it feels like a telephone is ringing. He sort of confused with the B-L-L-E and B-E-L-L, I think.
Hi, Kamal
And
sir.
Siddharth, I think looking at the trailer and even Kamal sir mentioned about the word social media, and from whatever I've read online about your character, I think he's called Vardha Rajan. And no, okay. So it was written that you play this character and you make social media videos exposing corrupt politicians. Oh, none of it is like that.
देखिए इंडियन 2 या हिंदुस्तानी 2 की कहानी तो मतलब 28 साल से लोग लिख रहे हैं और पिछले 5 सालों से बहुत से लोग बहुत से थ्योरीज लेके घूम रहे हैं, मैं भी रोज़ पढ़ता हूँ, तो उसमें मुझे भी जो मैंने फिल्म में किया है वो तो आप देखेंगे जुलाई 12 को, लेकिन जो मैंने नहीं किया और लोग अपना इमेजिनेशन से सोच रहे हैं, मुझे सुनने में तो बड़ा अच्छा लग रहा है यार कि मैंने इतने सारे आइडियाज़ को इंस्पायर किया है इस कैरेक्टर से, बट वॉट एवर द ट्रेलर टेल्स यू, जितना सर ने आपको बताना था उन्होंने बता दिया है, उसका क्रॉस क्वेश्चनिंग में जवाब देने की मतलब जिम्मा मैं नहीं ले सकता क्योंकि मैंने लिखा नहीं है, सो यू विल सी ऑल ऑफ दीज आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट प्लॉट पॉइंट्स दैट विल बी इन द फिल्म व्हेन यू सी इट.
Hi, Kamal sir. On your left, Samir here from Movie Talkies. Sir, the media reports say that the Indian 2 was too long.
Under the
left. Yeah. So the media reports say that the Indian 2 was too long as a film, so it had to be split in 2 parts, which means Indian 3 is ready. So would you like to talk about that process?
See, that's a what do you call choice of the director. I will talk for myself. When I made Vishwaroop, we read the script. It was 350 pages long. They said, you edit it, it'll make a fantastic film. On day 1 in Vishwaroop, I was shooting for Vishwaroop Part 2. Because I'd made the decision, I've told my crew that this is going to be in 2 parts. We embark on a journey today to make 2 films. You'll be paid as such. But I'll be shooting sporadically back and forth between 2 films. But I'll explain the story to you. All of us had a reading, and they'll remember that, all the actors in that film. And that's the kind of decision that Mr. Shankar has made. I'm very sure we would have given him hell and said, no, let's make 1 film. That was there in his mind. And above all, like I was ready to do that. There are many competent directors who are waiting for the right producer to make 1 film. He got the opportunity to make 2. Why not use it? That's what he must have thought. That's what I think.
Yeah, I would like to explain because the part 1, as I told before, it only revolves around 1 state. That part 1 itself is 3 hours, 20 minutes film. Now the story spreads all over the country to all the states. So naturally the story become big. Actually our initial idea is to do only 1 part. After start filming and when I sit in the editing room, all the scenes from my point of view came out very well. If for the sake of you have to make it in 1 part, if I compress the whole thing, the soul of each and every scene, the feel of every scene would have been lost. So I was thinking so all the scenes are looking good and it's not boring. And I'm able to see there is 2 parts in that story and each part has its own strength and whole form and engaging scenes and a start, a body and a climax and a finish. So it evolved automatically in two parts.
सर कोविड जैसी बीमारी को सुलझाते सुलझाते 3 साल लग गए ना. करप्शन नाम की बीमारी है, कम से कम 2 और पिक्चर लगेंगे.
Hi, this is Komal Panchal from Indian Express. Sir, my question is for Kamal sir and Shankar sir actually. When Indian came out, in 2006, 2007, it gave a kind...
96 ma'am.
Sorry, 96, I mean, so many years ago, I was just 10 years old, I remember. And...
Thank you for reducing our age as well.
Yeah, so it kind of gave that power to the masses to ask questions. Yeah, it kind of, people thought that if there is corruption, they can ask questions, and there is someone like Senapati in us who can ask those questions, who can act against corruption. Today, in this political scenario, how easy or difficult is it to make a film like that? And in the trailer also we say, that why not just flag someone as an anti-national when someone is asking questions? And that happens a lot today. So how do you all navigate through this scenario, the situation today, and how easy or difficult is it to make a film that questions the establishment?
Navigate what, ma'am?
How do you all then make a film that questions establishment?
No, that's been a problem since the time of the British. And people were making films even then. We will continue to make those kind of films. It doesn't matter who is at the top of the establishment. That's not just a filmmaker, that's a citizen's right to ask those questions. And we as artists, since we represent so many of you people, thanks to the applause, we believe that we are your representatives. Hence we talk boldly without thinking of the guillotine. Yes, there is a risk the government can become angry, but your applause puts out that fire. So make it louder.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take 2 more questions, okay?
Hello.
Here.
Yes ma'am.
सिद्धार्थ एंड कमल सर, आप दोनों के लिए मेरा सवाल है, जो हिंदुस्तानी 2 का टैगलाइन है, ज़ीरो टॉलरेंस, तो देश और समाज से जुड़े ऐसे कौन से मुद्दे हैं जिसके प्रति आप दोनों ज़ीरो टॉलरेंस रखते हैं, एंड कौन सी ऐसी चीज़ है जिसे दिल पर पत्थर रख करके टॉलरेट करना पड़ता है?
What is that?
What are the issues in your life that you maintain a zero tolerance stand, and where are the ones you'll say, okay, I have to adjust and tolerate?
देश और समाज के लेकर के.
I'm a great fan of Gandhiji. They say he taught you tolerance. What do you think about tolerance? I said, I'm not a great fan of the tolerance business. Gandhiji is my hero. But who do you tolerate? Not a friend. So I want friendship to grow in this world. What you tolerate is a headache. So I don't think, but anything that's a headache for the society, you must have zero tolerance for. Find a medicine, put it out. And that's what I think.
हेलो कमल सर.
हेलो कमल, मेरा नाम पंकज शुक्ल है. एक सवाल कमल जी से है.
जवाब.
My point of view,
yeah,
zero tolerance means you would have seen the part 1. This Senapati character, he can't take anything wrong. So he will kill his corrupt son. That is zero tolerance. Okay, that kind of character is Senapati. Even he can't forgive his own son if he's doing something wrong.
So मेरा सवाल वही था चंद्रू को लेकर के, वो आपने आंसर पहले ही दे दिया. मेरा सवाल ये था कि जब भी कोई भ्रष्टाचार के विरुद्ध लड़ाई लड़ने निकलता है, if somebody is fighting against the corruption and the corruption is within his family, the supreme sacrifice that Senapati gives is to kill his son in the first movie. So how ready we are to have a Bhagat Singh, a Mahatma Gandhi or a Senapati in our own home?
Okay, then I suggest I prescribe Indian 2 for you to see.
Yeah.
Thank you.
आपके सवाल का जवाब फिल्म में है सर, ये 100% गारंटी है. और मैंने भगत सिंह का किरदार निभा लिया है, सेनापति के बाजू वाला किरदार निभा लिया है, तो मैं थोड़ी बहुत चीज़ें सीख के जा रहा हूँ. तो जो सवाल आप पूछ रहे हो, मैं भी उसका जवाब इस फिल्म में आपके साथ ढूंढूंगा.
बाकी 12 जुलाई को बहुत कुछ देखने को मिलेगा सिनेमा घर में। जी आखिरी सवाल ले रहे हैं वहां से।
हेलो कमल सर, दिस इज विनय सर। एक इतनी बड़ी पर्सनालिटी होने के बाद, इतना फेमस होने के बाद, आपने काफ़ी बड़ी पिक्चरें दी हैं, तो लोग आपको इंस्पिरेशन मानते हैं। तो आप अपने आगे के नेक्स्ट प्रोजेक्ट किस तरह से, क्या सोच के आप सिलेक्ट करते हो कि वो इमेज बरकरार रहे, कुछ गलत इफेक्ट ना पड़े?
No, you're talking about a big personality. You're not the man who is seeing my image in my toilet. I do. He is not a big man. He is yet to become a big man, and I'm working on it. So.
Okay, that's all we have for you, ladies and gentlemen. 12th July is when we'll get to see the movie in theaters. Hindustani 2, Zero Tolerance. इस टीम के लिए एक बार जोरदार तालियां हो जाएं. Of course, कुछ बहुत ही खास मेहमान हैं यहाँ जिनके बिना शायद ये पूरा नहीं होता. तो मैं बुलाना चाहूंगा, एक बहुत ही दिग्गज कलाकार हैं, पीयूष मिश्रा साहब है हमारे साथ. मैं चाहूंगा वो भी प्लीज मंच पे आएं.